All right. Welcome, lords. We're here at the small table.
The smaller table.
The smaller table. Doesn't even have seats.
Nope.
Actually,
Square table.
Square table to counter the round table. Wait, isn't a square table just a table?
It could also be the hey now. It's the diamond table.
Is there a diamond in it?
If you look at it this way.
Wait, what is this?
I get a seat. I'm head of the table.
Pretty sure we're supposed. We were.
That's not okay.
Pretty sure we were
Head of the
standing.
table.
No.
Fine. I'll stand. You lesser lords as well. All right. So today, the purpose of the small table is to have inter month meetings for things that need to be brought up at the next round table, and to deal with some of the lesser affairs that don't need to be brought up. For example, one of the biggest things we need to talk about is the talks of rebellion.
Yes.
Now, I'm not sure why peasants who immigrated here would immediately the next day want to rebel against the lords who gave them essentially very cheap plots, like when you compare them to the plots the world
back in Camelot.
home. I don't know why they would immediately want to rebel, but there's clearly been a lot of talks of rebellion.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'm not overly concerned about it. They're just peasants.
I mean, we don't even give them swords. They got wooden axes at best.
They can punch us.
We're also invulnerable and cannot be killed. But there's a lot of them, and they could, I have heard of some people trying to trap us inside of plots, like trap us in a box.
Oh.
I haven't seen Lord B fall weak. Same with Lord Arcus. Now, it could be they're really busy making other Minecraft videos, or they could be trapped in one of these boxes. That's all I'm saying.
Wait, these boxes actually exist?
Yes.
They're not just...
No, this is actually a thing.
Oh. Lord.
That's terrifying.
Lord traps.
I don't like that.
How do they trap what do they put in to trap a lord?
Well, it's just like if you go in and you just get trapped.
Well, why would you go in? Is it like a mousetrap? Is there cheese in it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's the
they lure
cheese?
you in with cheese.
What's the cheese, though?
Could be anything.
Anything?
Carrots or water?
Oh, we need carrots or water.
Danky juice?
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
They still have danky juice.
They have their danky juice.
Even though the restaunt's been shut down for a couple days now because of its remodeling.
We should probably do something about the giant pit in the slums.
It's fun.
It's a nice pit.
It's just... What are we gonna do? I don't want to put something there temporarily. We're gonna put Dinky Kangs back.
I don't know, man. Like a sign that says,
"Warning: Do not fall."
Yeah, something. A fence. Right. We need a fence.
DeadBones, put up a fence and a sign when you have some free time. Oh no, Justin. Typically you handle.
You're the slum guy.
Slum affairs.
Yeah,
Lord of the slums.
I'm the slum guy.
You were the lord of the slums.
The slum lord.
Please put up a fence and a sign so that the people know where Dinky Kangs is and that it will be back and that they will just have to go a month without their jangle juice.
All right, that's acceptable.
But back to the rebellion
and
these people. Suggestions of how to deal with this.
Kill them all.
Okay, we can't just kill every peasant and replace them.
I feel like we need to just break them up. They're dumb peasants. We could infiltrate very easily, convince them that there's nothing
How
to
could
worry
we
about.
infiltrate?
Well,
do you want to go undercover?
This goes to another story. Me and Justin just recently went undercover to deal with another issue. Justin, if you want to kind of talk about that.
Well, we've discovered that there is a new drug out on the streets.
Right.
Oh my.
And where does this drug come from again?
It's not really a drug.
Well, it's not really a drug.
What's it called?
It's a fish.
They're called what were they called again? Swammies? Swammies.
That doesn't sound like a good drug name.
Do you know the giant lake inside the city? It's on the south. It's in Southshire.
Yeah, the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, right by the willow tree. So apparently there is like an algae that grows at the bottom of the lake filled with TCP. Now the fish of this lake feed on the algae, and so some of the peasants have been fishing fish out of this lake to get a sort of fishy high. They're currently calling this drug swammies. We actually met with one of the drug dealers today, busted him, but we're afraid that there could be more.
Yeah, there might be more out there on the streets.
So I guess this kind of goes back to the rebellion. what should we do with all of these peasants? We can't just kill them all because 95% of them are breaking the law.
Get them all hooked on swammies.
Poison the lake.
They'll just control the supply.
They'll just,
Okay, man, I'm just going to come up with you guys. Man, why would you expand this already? So when we said we busted them, we actually were just skimming some money from the top. Don't tell the other lords, you'll get your cut.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right.
we didn't have to tell them that much. I was just saying that we should get the people all messed up and they won't want to rebel.
Oh, you were trying to make us more money. I'm sorry. You're way smarter than me. This is why you're the Lord of the Slum.
This is why you're the Slum Lord.
A prison?
Prison. We mentioned a prison before.
We have Banishment Island, but clearly that doesn't work. They just swim away from the island.
Yeah.
Also, they swim in the same lake with the fish, so they come off the island very happy.
They come out and swammed up, and
It's actually a great holiday vacation. We should probably build, a vacation home there.
We should turn to Australia. Just
On that
put all
little
our
island?
criminals on that little island.
Well, I thought about, if we were going to build a prison, I thought about that would be a good place, but then everyone would want to go there. It's just... Plus, we wouldn't want to put the prison in the nice place. I think we should put the prison, in one of the crappier districts, somewhere in the slums. Do we even have...
Under the slums?
Under the slums.
Under the slums.
That's a good idea.
you know what?
Interesting.
There's a perfect hole.
Yeah, there's a giant hole we could use.
There is a cave system down there, too.
Yeah.
And the guy who owns Danky, he's your squire, so we already got access to that land. We'll just get him to sign over the deed, have that be the entrance.
Yeah, well, he could... Yeah.
The Danky Kang prison.
We'll give it, we'll
He'll
give
be
his,
sponsored.
we'll give his family a nice place in Southshire or the Vineyard.
I thought you were going to say we'd give them a nice place in the prison.
Well,
The very best cell.
Prisoners can eat a very low quality, of course, version of McDanky's.
Yeah, so we'll reimburse your squire's family, so he can have a nice place in the Vineyard of Southshire or wherever he wants to live, and we'll turn the current gaping hole into an entrance to this underground prison to put all the peasants.
To put the peasants in.
I'm just worried if we put the prison there. Aren't you worried there's a lot of ways for digging into the prison? I mean, have you ever heard of a prison that goes underneath of the crappiest district in the world? I've never heard of a prison be put in such a place.
Ooh, we could put it not on the lake, in the lake. An underwater prison. Think about it. Put it so deep down that they can't actually swim out.
What if we just protect it with magical spells?
Yeah, magic. Man, Nisovin knows a lot about magic.
Yeah, we've got a magical guy.
And we'll still put it on the lake?
Well, then we can just put it anywhere we want.
Put it anywhere.
Oh! Okay, well, you'll need to talk to your squire and make sure that he'll have to, send by Raven to his family to make sure they're okay moving from the slums. I would assume anyone would be okay moving out of the slums, getting a nice free home in Southshire. Okay.
Why Southshire?
Well, I don't know, wherever he wants to live.
Okay.
Southshire's a nice place to live.
Southshire is boring. People who live in Southshire are just they're white bread.
We have got complaints that the inspectors have not gone to Southshire.
That's because it's
we're sorry about that.
It's like the mid.
Well, I know the truth. Apparently, it's boring.
It's like the Midwest in America. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about you.
Is that the slogan of Southshire? The Midwest of Ding Donk.
You're not the East Coast. You're not the West Coast. Nobody cares.
To all you Southshire folks who, all the Southshire folks who are upset, just tell them to blame DeadBones.
Okay. Let's see. I'm pretending I have a paper in front of me. I do not. DeadBones talks of ale. Is it needed for the peasants?
Not for the peasants, no. For me, sure. Not for them. They don't get it. Could you imagine what they'd be like if they got drunk?
Why did I put this on the ballot? This is you bringing up that peasants need ale, and you just shot down your own thing.
Yep. The more I thought about it is, rebellion, you don't want to get them drunk. That'll just make things worse. If they're getting swammied and drunk. Not good.
But I mean, if we're supplying swammies and we're supplying alcohol to the peasants, isn't this going to curb rebellion?
No.
Like, if
Yeah,
we
they're
make them
just-
happy...
It won't make them
Yeah,
happy.
they're just gonna be happy and wasted.
That's not how it works.
Works for
Are
me.
you afraid of angry mobs? Is that what the concern is?
I just you guys are saying that you want to quaff the rebellion. I want to quaff all the ale.
All right, well, we're going to have to... Both of these need to be brought up to the round table then.
Okay.
We need to get approval for the construction of the prison and figure out who's going to build it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're also going to have to figure out if we'll have to take ale to a vote. I don't think we can just start giving out ale without all the other lords having their own piece of...
Unless if we put horse tranquilizers in the ale, that'll work.
Horse tranquilizer? And are you trying to kill peasants?
They'll just calm them down.
They got swammies for that, man.
You don't know what the after effects of swammies are? Why don't we get a peasant with rabies?
Next topic! Nisovin, you have something about stone tools. I need to put something on here that actually looks like a paper.
Oh, well, basically, the peasants are complaining that their wood tools are not sufficient. And they need stone tools. That's the request.
Why don't they make them themselves?
Because we don't let them.
Yeah, but I mean, like, don't they go get some stones and just tie them to the sticks?
Because we don't let them.
Because we do not give them stones.
Yeah.
See, I think, in general, they don't need them. But if we offer them at a huge markup, what's the problem?
Make some money off it.
Yeah.
I like the way you think.
I'm not giving them swords, though.
Oh, God,
like,
no.
No, of course not.
Absolutely never.
They don't need any reason.
You want to give them swords and drugs and alcohol. No.
Stone tools. I mean, I just don't think they need them.
No.
What
They don't need them.
What do they need them to craft better homes?
You know what? I feel like they should be saved for special peasants that.
If anything,
have
we
stood
should
out in
take
some
away
way.
their tools.
A carpenter who blames his tools is a poor carpenter indeed.
That's true.
So, I don't think they should be blamed those. Justin, something about slums, full.
Oh, yeah, the slums are packed. Which, I mean, is very, slumly. It's a good thing.
It's the
But-
slums. It's going to be packed.
The slums, a lot of people want to... There's a lot of homeless people in the slums, which is again, very slum-like. But,
Oh, God.
they would like us to, they would like more housing, essentially.
There is some area around the slums that I guess we could
Convert.
kind of
Rezone.
Rezone.
We just dump
Well,
some
some
dirt
people
on it.
live there already, no?
We'll just demolish their
no,
houses.
No,
Oh.
there's some areas that are currently just like dirt piles. We could. What about on the dirt piles as well, Nisovin? Should we just sanction out that land?
I think probably. Maybe we'll cram as many people in there as we can.
All right. Well, we'll get it. We'll get some guys on rezoning some plots.
Excellent.
We could probably fit maybe another 50. I guess another 50 homes in the slums.
Wow.
See, I think the problem is, Justin, I think you need to go back to the slums. I see a lot of slum plots are not towers. Like
That's true.
We did make it so the slums could fit, like they could build a bunch of apartment complexes. And I mean, even Danky's they put a fast food restaurant in the middle of the slums. They need to start, just
Oh, yeah, that's just good business decisions.
yeah,
but,
like they need some of the buildings in there just aren't really, towery.
well, I'll have to go to the slums, give some of those landowners some incentives to build up some apartments.
Always
they
just
build-
throw all the homeless in jail.
If they build some apartments, I would be willing to put some resources in making it so we connect some of the apartments by the rooftops
Ooh.
and by certain floors, so that they can have different ways when they're all the way top. They can go from building to building and go. So there could be almost
So it's like a network of
network of slum towers. But the slum towers have to be created. Right now, I only think maybe 1 in 10 plots right now is a slum tower.
Right.
Yeah.
So
What if we just build, or not obviously us, but we commission someone to build some towers and just rent out the floors?
That's pretty smart.
So maybe instead of making plots, we just build some crummy slum towers around the slums. I like that.
Yeah, and people can rent rooms.
And they could
And-
rent rooms.
That's beautiful.
And we can make the rooms dirt cheap.
Oh, yeah. Super cheap.
Like a motel.
Oh yeah. Yes.
I mean, kinda, yeah.
Kinda.
I'd say more along the lines of crack house. A better way to put it. But works too.
Oh,
Swam house?
man.
It's a
swammy
swammy
house.
house. Swammy house.
All right, let me check my piece of paper that I'm going to pretend words are on it. Oh, speaking of plots and places to live, there have been talks of our taxes are too high pretty much everywhere but the slums.
They are complaining all the time.
Well, this is typically
All they do is complain.
This is why we don't have a round table for all these things. Like, just the list of complaints of peasants who just have all... Do you know the price of carrots and water?
No.
1 gold. You can feed and drink yourself, get a drink for yourself for 2 gold a day.
That's unbelievable.
I know. It's
What do they have to
practically
complain
free to
about?
live
You
here.
can't be allergic to carrots. I mean, that doesn't happen, right?
I don't think there's any
Do they have any options other than carrots?
No, we didn't give them
no.
potatoes.
No.
No.
That's right. That's right.
They did have McDankies.
They did have McDankies.
We
I know
have-
there's.
we
I've been to a
borrowed that.
few. I went to a pizza joint, but they gave me carrots.
It's a pizza carrot.
Well, all these restaurants, I think we're going to have lords like go to them and kind of like re-outfit the restaurant with proper foods and meals.
Yeah, you know what? We're gonna have to. Eventually, we're gonna need a Food and Drug Administration.
Food and drug administration.
Oh man.
I mean, I guess we're kind of the drug administration. So
Just tack food on there. It's fine.
yeah.
All right. So I think taxes are fine. I don't think we need to change them just yet.
No.
I agree.
You know,
I agree.
this has been just rough estimating. How many percentage of plots do you think we have filled? What is the city's capacity right now?
I bet we've filled like 20 to 30%.
Really?
That's pretty good. We've only
In the slums we're at 100%. Around the slums, I'd say we're probably at like 70 to 80%. But the rest of the area,
Really?
you don't
You
think
mean
so?
in the Pauper District, Browntown?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff there.
Around.
Maybe it's down to like maybe 50,
Okay.
but it's pretty full there.
That's pretty
Wow.
full. Like, we don't want to reach capacity. If we reach capacity, that's gonna where are we gonna put anybody who comes? So, that's pretty good so far for not even like just a week. We already got 30% of the residents filled. That's not bad.
It's impressive. Good.
I'll get some better numbers for our next meeting.
For the actual round
Okay.
table.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good.
And then we can explore expanding upon the Pauper District and so on.
Well,
so
with that, Nisovin, I have also heard of we need additional guild plots.
Yes, there have been some requests from the peasants of some of the districts who feel like they deserve a guild plot there. The
Wait,
Nether Ward, for example.
They feel like they deserve. They deserve
That's not really what I said.
a
That
guild
was me
plot.
saying that. They were just
Okay.
requesting one. They were just
Okay.
requesting.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
I just
Poor phrasing
these,
there.
they're
Do you
making
think
me
we
mad.
should just rezone some land?
Yeah, I think we should probably add one in the Nether Ward. Probably the Nature's Grove area.
Does Southshire have one?
Nobody cares
Southshire
about
does
Southshire.
have one. Southshire does have one.
Nobody
It's owned by
cares.
Redacted right now.
Okay.
Also the Magic Quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the Vineyard. I don't know if the Vineyard has one. I don't
I don't
think
think
it
the
does.
Vineyard does have one. So the Vineyard, Halloween Town, and the Magic Quarter,
And Nature's Grove.
and Nature's Grove. So four good plots. All right. Well, there's plenty of land we could rezone. You and me will get together. We'll rezone that so there could be some guild plots. I think we should make the Magic one huge. Right?
I think so too.
What is the biggest guild plot we have right now? Is that the Sand Dunes?
Aren't they all pretty... Oh yeah, the Sand Dunes
The
might be
Sand-
bigger than the other ones.
Well, the Sand Dune is definitely the most expensive one. I think we can make this one more expensive, and probably the tree one as well. Or the vineyard. The vineyard one's high class. No, the vineyard's not that high class.
No,
Southshire's higher.
It's middle.
It's middle.
Yeah, Southshire's higher.
middle, but it's yeah. All right, is there anything else that needs to be brought up for the small council meeting before we are adjourned?
I don't like that all these peasants are asking for things. We need to teach them their place. Ooh, let's get guard dogs.
Guard dogs?
At night, we'll enforce a curfew. We'll let the dogs loose.
Can we have pets? I guess we can.
If you want
we can.
Do you want a wolf?
I mean, I don't think we should be giving the peasants other life forms to take care of.
No, we don't have to take care of. Just to enforce the law. Iron golems walking the streets.
Iron golems. I was thinking more like a kitten. Iron golems, okay.
I don't think we need iron golems just yet. I don't think this hasn't turned into a Judge Dredd thing. We're not at the RoboCop levels of needing like sentinels going around the street
and for making sure they're all staying in their houses. If the rebellion keeps going, we will. This is what it's leading up to.
All right, this city council is adjourned. You guys want to go to a burger place?
No, we don't.
I'd love to.
Where?
All right,
let's do it.
Burger place.
All right,
cool.
A new one? A new one this time?
New one. We'll go to a burger place.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Hello, my fellow lords. So you may be wondering, why are we in such a terribly looking building? Well, the answer is simple. Thanks to Justin's commissions, we have gotten new plots for the slums built right outside. You can come check it out in this window. Right outside the slums.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
And Justin has named this giant construct for housing. Drum roll.
Slum palace.
Wait, you changed it?
Slum palace?
No,
you put tower on the side of the building.
Slum tower.
All right, this is slum palace. The sign needs to be updated.
No,
at
it's
some
slum
point.
tower. It was slum palace.
It's slum
Oh,
tower.
it's slum tower.
So now, did you set it so they can buy blocks yet, or we'll have to do that after?
No, I think I did. I think it should work.
Oh, good.
Neat.
So, and they can buy from the pauper district, right?
Yeah.
So now this isn't located in the slum, so while the building may be constructed with slum materials because of the commission job, it's located in the pauper district, which means that for space, it's a little bit more expensive, but you get more blocks. You get woods and stuff. So the people will be able to, well, they won't be able to make the building look better, but the inside might look nicer.
It's one of those.
What's on the inside that counts.
It's one of those buildings that it looks really shit on the outside. You don't want to go in, then you go in. It's like, oh, this isn't that bad.
And these plots are pretty cheap. Like this one I'm standing on right now, this is a penthouse plot, and it's only $600 a month, 10 grand to buy. But if we go downstairs, I think these get really cheap. Like this is $300 a month for look at this tiny little space.
You live right next to the stairs.
One thing to note is a lot of these plots are connected to each other. On top of that, the floor, because it's only one high, you have access to your floor. So you could, buy this one and your friend buy the above one and do something crazy with it. I have no idea, but because you can remove the floor, there's all sorts of fancy things that could happen in this slum towers.
Slum towers.
How many plots were there? There was 8 floors.
There's 53 plots plus the bottom ones.
53. Oh, plus we do have some business venture plots as well.
Business venture plots.
There's some business venture plots.
Is that what we're calling it?
Yeah, there's 2 plots down here. We got a McDanky's. So, obviously whoever buys this, they could keep the McDanky's here and run it. They could change it, do whatever they want to the restaurant. We got a chain. And then we have another one over here, which could be any sort of thing. I mean, this is a great business spot. You got 53 people living above you. It's right in the main district where a large portion of the server lives.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows what type of business you open up.
Most of the server.
But these plots are actually they're kind of special in the sense that they look really small, but they go all the way to bedrock essentially. So go nuts. You can.
A McDanky's club.
You can open up. Yeah, you can open up multiple floors. You can maybe make some extra rooms, renting them out yourself.
Oh
sublet.
God, they've got their plot things ready.
Oh yeah, they're
I
ready.
think these are expensive.
They're so ready.
Because these are slumlords. See, like this one is $10,000 a month rent.
Wow.
So I don't expect people to buy it, but you have to keep in mind that if you're going to buy this, you have to do something cool with it because it's probably one of the tallest buildings we have because it goes all the way down. It's 60 blocks down,
Wow.
right? This McDanky's chain. Oh my God, 17,000. We've included a lot of blocks. If you're gonna buy this McDanky's, you better do something with all this extra space you got. All right.
The people are really excited.
DeadBones, will you do the honor? You might want to start at the top.
How do I break iron bars?
Here. First, we'll do this one.
Oh.
We're gonna let the people in.
Oh my
Are
God!
you
It's
ready?
like cutting the red tape.
Oh boy!
Here we go.
Oh gosh.
Here they go. Let's go show the slum tower
Yeah,
sign.
let's have a look.
Ooh.
Oh, it's so shiny.
Oh man.
So shiny and new.
Ooh.
So beautiful.
Now, actually, I hope we don't get any complaints, but some of the people in Popper may not like this monstrosity open right next to them.
Well,
I
you know
saw
what?
there was a sign of Lord Good, and
I'll have to go look.
he, before it had a great view, now it kind of doesn't. Now it's kind of.
It's a little.
Who just galaxy orbed the peasants? I saw that.
Nobody.
Wasn't me.
Is that you, DeadBones?
No. They were getting in our faces. Again,
So
if they're
approximately 99.9% of the costs of this building went into the sign.
The sign made of
Pure
gold.
gold.
God.
Pure glowing gold.
Get out of my way, you guys.
I just vanished real quick.
Yeah.
Disappear. Just whoosh. Just one ghost. Whoosh.
Just like a ninja. Go. One more.
So these guys are going to be able to build all sorts of cool things. These plots are tiny. These are probably these are the smallest plots on the server, right? But they're in an apartment building, so what do you expect?
Right.
Look at all the people at McDanky's.
Oh, but there's
Nobody's
nobody
running
here.
it though.
There's no one working.
Nobody owns it yet.
they're
So
just all hanging around.
I honestly think whoever opens the McDanky's there, maybe they keep the McDanky's up, but I hope they do something cool with it.
Yeah.
Because like this is so much room in an apartment complex that they could do all sorts of crazy things. But yeah, nobody runs the McDanky's, so.
Nobody runs the McDanky's.
So don't now that, but at least it shifts the blame. You know, the peasants were blaming us for removing the McDanky's.
Mhm.
They can't now. The McDanky's it's back, but
Nobody owns it.
Now
nobody owns
someone else will have to destroy it.
Take up
Yep.
the mantle.
Yep.
That's actually
If-
great if someone buys it and then just destroys it.
Well, a peasant will buy it, and then the peasant will have to decide, like, what do they want to do with it. So,
Be pretty good.
all right. Well, let's leave the McDanky's and the slum tower here. I've been in the slums far too long for my stomach to handle today. So, let's get on out of here.
Let's go. I don't know. Let's go to
All right.
Southshire.
Yeah, we're,
It's
yeah.
the best place to go, right? It's totally cool stuff to look at in Southshire.
But before we go, there was a statue somewhere in town I wanted to go take a look at.
Oh, you wanted to look at your Justin statue?
Yep, someone finally made me a statue.
Oh, it's so hard to get to that.